Ralph Basham, who was the head of the Secret Service just before Mark Sullivan, the current director. He spent 31 years in the Secret Service. Mr. Basham, let me ask you, I mean, the question people are asking, is this just some sort of an anomaly, or has this thing been going on all the time? Did you have these kind of problems with your agents when you were there?
Bob, absolutely not. And I will tell you absolutely that this is an aberration. This is not the character of the men and women who serve every day in the Secret Service. And obviously this is a huge story. It's a huge issue because this sort of thing does not happen in the Secret Service. And I could answer Senator, I think I can say to Senator Lieberman that I don't believe in the past these types of things have happened. They certainly didn't happen on my watch. And I spent over 3 decades in this organization, and I can tell you this is not what that organization is like.
So, but you had, you know, supervisors involved here. These weren't rookies. These were supervisors who obviously got to be supervisors. Some of that time they must have been in the service. You were the director. You're saying that there was never any indication of anything like this when you were there?
Well, Bob, that's not to say that we did not have situations where agents, officers got themselves into inappropriate situations and had to be brought back. And in some cases, the discipline went all the way to removing them from the service. But to this magnitude, absolutely not. And what makes it even more of an issue is the fact that it was done prior to the president's arrival, which could have compromised the trip and the safety of the president. But Mark Sullivan took immediate and decisive action, just as Senator Lieberman said, removed those agents from Cartagena and did immediate investigation to determine whether or not the president's security had been compromised. He recognized they could not. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say, how many agents were removed for things like this while you were there?
Well, actually, I can't recall one instance where the action went to the point of removing an agent from duty. There were agents who were disciplined, you know, given time off, that sort of thing. But I can't recall one actually being removed. And But also I want to point out that when Mark Sullivan made that decision to bring those agents out of there, he recognized that they could not remain there because they would be distracted. They would distract others, and you cannot have these agents distracted when they're in the business of protecting the President of the United States. He's doing a thorough investigation. Go ahead.
I was just going to say, do you think that the agency has been severely damaged by this? Obviously it's a teaching moment, as people would say, but I wonder if their credibility hasn't been hurt pretty bad by this. And I agree with you. These are some of the best in the federal government.
Right. Right. Well, like you, Bob, you've been around the agents as long as I have, and you know what the character of those agents are. And certainly this incident is an extremely embarrassing incident, but it is an incident, and I believe if you look back at the history of the Secret Service, you've got to recognize that this is not characteristic of the organization. They'll get through this, they'll learn from this, and they'll move on to the important business of protecting this nation's leaders.
Well, Mr. Basham, I want to thank you for coming on. I wish it could have been under different circumstances, but perhaps there will be a time down the road when we'll have happier things to talk about. Thank you so much for being with us.
You're welcome, Bob. Thank you.